In my journey of spiritual awakening, I've discovered something profound about solitude and its transformative power. Today, let me share a story that might resonate with you, especially if you're seeking a deeper understanding of yourself and your path. Solitude often gets a bad reputation. It's associated with loneliness, isolation, and sadness. But in the process of spiritual awakening, solitude becomes not just beneficial, but essential. It's not about being lonely. It's about being alone with the deepest parts of yourself. There comes a time when the usual chatter of social interactions starts to fade. You might find yourself less interested in small talk or maintaining superficial connections. This isn't a loss. It's a sign of something incredible happening within. The mind might struggle with this change, fearing isolation, but it's crucial to trust the process. As the ego begins to crumble, interactions that no longer serve your highest self start to fall away. This can be painful. Sometimes even close relationships drift apart. But what's happening here is a clearing, a space being made for something much richer. I've experienced this in my own life. There was a moment when I realized that I was no longer interested in just hanging out. I yearned for connections that were more meaningful, more heart-centered. And as I embraced solitude, I found that space within me filling up with immense joy and a sense of communion that was far more satisfying than any conversation I'd had before. This transformation is driven by what I like to call grace. It thins out everything that lacks value or has served its purpose in your life. And yes, it can feel like you're being pushed into nothingness. But this emptiness is not empty at all. It's fertile ground for new growth, new understanding, new ways of being. When grace moves, say yes to it. Don't chase after people or experiences out of fear or habit. What emerges from this process is a new way of interacting with the world that is not just about socializing, but about true connection. Through my solitude, I've learned to interact with the world in a way that aligns with my spirit. It's more profound than I could have imagined. This path has brought me an overwhelming sense of gratitude and a newfound confidence to be authentically me. If you find yourself drawn to solitude, embrace it. It might just be the most beautiful journey towards understanding and liberating your true self. Remember, in solitude, you are not alone. You are just closer to discovering the real you.